What's up, everyone? How's it going? Zoltaev here, aka John. I have some massive news going on right now for PandaGIrl. I do see this one pattern, and it is called the cup and handle pattern. And usually, when this pattern forms, it usually moons. But before I go ahead and get started, I do want to go ahead and say that I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I do talk about and say in this video is solely for entertainment purposes only, and it's solely my opinion, all right? Make sure to always do your own research and only invest in what you're willing to lose. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. So check this out. So this pattern is a pretty big pattern. Usually this pattern is called a cup and handle pattern. Right now I'm heading on to the daily chart. I believe I was on. No, this is the daily chart. So this is the daily chart. I know right here you can't see a wick, but there was a giant wick right here like a few weeks ago, a few days ago. There was a wick. I don't know why on this chart is not showing up. But if we could go ahead and move over to the 4 hourly chart, we could kind of get a better understanding of what it looks like. And like I said, there was a wick back here. I don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared. But anyways, usually with a cup and handle pattern, it forms a little kind of cup right here. It drops. And then usually when it drops, it shoots back up like it rockets. Let me go ahead and pull that out for you guys. So check this out. This is usually what the cup and handle pattern looks like. Forms a little cup, drops, and then it moons. I think this is the same very similar pattern right here. This looks like a cup and handle. It dropped, and then from here, I believe it's going to moon. Like I said, this is not guaranteed. This is just a pattern that I saw. Let's see if we can go ahead and kind of check it out in a smaller time frame. So this is a 30-minute chart. As you can tell, now the wicks up here are showing up, like the ones I was mentioning that disappeared for some odd reason. But you guys could actually see a better kind of pattern, the pattern of the cup and handle pattern right here. How it forms this little cup and then the handle right here. And like I said, usually from here it just moons. So I think those are pretty big, massive news. We head over to the 15-minute chart. You can kind of see a little bit right now so far. You know, we did some TA a few days ago when the burn event was going, and I was talking about, you know, possibly being a dump, and it does look like it actually happened. It looked like it was more of those, you know, buy the rumors, sell the news, even though they did burn over 150,000, I believe it was. And I did mention there was a cup and handle pattern up here as well, and it actually did form, and then it got dumped. So let's see if we could go ahead and check it out. And so this is the 2 hourly. Probably in the 15-minute chart, you guys will be able to see it a lot better. So yeah, so check this out. So I called out this pattern as well. I called this out. You could barely kind of see it here. But that time when the video was, when I made the video, there was I don't know why, but the candlesticks looked a lot better visually. Let's go ahead and try the 5-minute, but I'm sure the 15-minute was the one we were looking at, if I could remember it correctly. Okay, so there, you can actually see it a little bit better on the 5-minute chart. If we go over to the 5-minute chart, I mentioned back on December 1st that there was going to be a cup and handle pattern, and it's exactly the same thing happened. There was a cup, it formed, it rocketed, and then a lot of people started selling off. And the reason why a lot of people started selling off, you guys got to go ahead and keep in mind, not everybody's going to be holding, and I don't understand why you wouldn't, but there's some people that just want to go ahead and just, you know, quickly day trade it or swing it, whatever the case is. I don't know why my chart's not loading up, so let's go ahead and load that up real quick. All right, so right now we're looking at the daily. Anyways, what I was saying is, as you can tell right here, we did have that massive dump. There were people selling. I was telling everybody to jump in around right here. And like I said, not financial advice. It was around November 30th. And if you guys jumped in around here, you guys 4x your money easily in like less than 3 days. So, you know, people are obviously going to go ahead and take profits. That was a really good buying opportunity. Like I said, people took massive profits, went ahead and dumped. Some people, you know, decided to go ahead and taking profits and dump completely out, maybe exit. And as you can see, it it got bought up because I believe this is when the burn happened, and then it just dropped from there. But looking at it from right here at the one daily chart, it's looking really bullish in my opinion. I think this might be the new support around here. We wouldn't be seeing it any lower than the 0.35 area, which is around this section right here, which was one previously our resistance is now above it. Our new support is what it looks like. So we should be definitely seeing this moon. That's what I think. This could be happening in the next couple weeks, maybe going into January. And even despite what's going on with BTC, the thing I like about these projects that we're in, it pretty much does its own little thing. But Bitcoin making new all-time highs definitely does help out the market. But yeah, so right now we're going to be looking at a resistance around the 0.54 area. And if you want to be a little bit more extra cautious before placing in a buying order, I would say you would want to go ahead and look anything above 0.57 area. So above this side right here, which would be, let me go ahead and mark that down for you guys. Right here. If it goes above this, that'll be a confirmation that it's going to go ahead and continue to go up. Just to go ahead and let you guys know, if you guys are looking for an entry point, I would say right now is a good entry point, not financial advice, but it does look like a good entry point to go ahead and jump in. And just keep in mind, these patterns do not always work, guys, right? There's plenty of situations where we think a pattern's going to happen and it, completely fails and it's a trap for the bulls. So don't rely on this, but just keep an eye at this area, and if it does go above it, I would say that's a good confirmation that it's going to be a good opportunity to go ahead and buy. And always make sure to go ahead and buy on the red. All right, you don't always have to go ahead and buy the green, because a lot of people buy on the green and then sell on the red, which is definitely a no-go on that one. But let's go ahead and run over to the Twitter. I do want to say a little bit of news that just happened a few days ago. Someone, a big whale did want to go ahead and buy OTC, which means over the counter, which means that it's pretty much peer-to-peer transaction, which will not, cause any massive movement to the market. And, the developers, didn't take the offer. So this is kind of just telling you that we have a very solid community, and the developers are really care about the community. All right, guys. So that's this one source of news I wanted to go ahead and give out. And as well, massive news right now. They do have those. They did give us a sneak peek of what the NFTs are going to be looking like, these sketch ones. So as you can tell right here, we have two so far that they've given us. And the Twitter tweet that they sent says, anybody who have missed it, here are the two latest NFT sketch leaks. I can personally think you're super B. Can you imagine end product details? I certainly can, and there's more. I can't wait for the next one. And as you can tell, these are pretty sick NFT pieces. These are the sketches so far, so just keep that in mind. But these pieces are definitely looking fire for sure. It looks like she's having like a chicken wing or something like that there, but really nice art. Very excited for this. I think this is definitely going to go ahead and pump up the prices. And there is one other thing as well that I've noticed on their site, which is pretty crazy. Not crazy news, but I mean it's better. They did obviously go ahead and updated their site. Last time we made a video, we did kind of touch bases on the fact that you could now go ahead and buy on Apple and debit card or credit card, which is really cool. If you guys are new to this project and you guys don't know how to go ahead and use a swap, this is definitely very beneficial. And as well, it does save you on the fees. But I mean, it does run on BNB, so the fees won't be too crazy. But it is a really cool concept where they make it a lot more easier for a friend that you recommended this project to jump to, and they don't know how to use Pancake Swap, because it is a pretty complicated swap to go ahead and use. And not just Pancake Swap, any swap. If you're new to the crypto market and have never purchased coins that are outside of like crypto.com or Voyager or what is it, Coinbase, it is really difficult to understand slippage, how to go ahead and buy, finding the contract address, doing all that. It is very hard for someone who's not into the crypto space or has no idea what crypto is. And, just telling them to go ahead and buy a token that they don't understand, let alone know how to buy, which is a really complicated way to purchase it. Now this would go ahead and save not only time, but would make it a lot more easier for your closest friends and families or you're recommending this project to go ahead and do. And what's really beneficial to us in that case is that when we make it a lot easier for the masses to go ahead and jump in, that means we have a higher chance of opportunity to go ahead and leverage off of that and make money. But yeah, so right here they added this PandaGIrl review section which they have some videos right here, some YouTubers where they're reviewing the coin, which is really cool. We're burning through on the roadmap. We're hitting everything. It's looking really solid. I'm very excited. So right now, like I mentioned, if you guys are not aware, but PandaGIrl does offer NFTs and staking merch as well. The roadmap, as you can tell, phase one, pretty much almost everything's done. They're still working on the white paper, and then phase two, they're coming up with a few things. They already have over 5,000 Telegram members and over 10K holders on PandaGIrl, which is really big. Keep in mind, guys, this project's only been out for about like 30 days now, so really big. I did see as well on their Telegram they already donated to a Panda charity. They'll probably be updating that to their site very soon. And as well, keep in mind, look, they haven't even continued they haven't really started big marketing campaigns. So just wait until they go ahead and do that. Another big milestone will be for us will be when PandaGIrl goes and hits over 15,000 Telegram members, which is going to be really big, and as well over 20,000 PandaGIrl holders, which is coming very soon. I think we could probably go ahead and see those numbers in the next maybe week or two, maybe even sooner than that. And yeah, so this is pretty crazy. I mean, they're going through this roadmap through the roof really quick, and that's very exciting for us. The project's gonna definitely pump, and make sure you guys go ahead and share this video. Make sure you guys go ahead and share this video so you guys can go ahead and spread the word about PandaGIrl. These projects really only work behind a community, and if we have a good, solid community and team behind it, which we have a really good team. They've been very transparent from the beginning. We're always on the Telegram chats, making sure everything's going well. We get the best news to go ahead and report to you guys and let you guys know what's going on. But so far, I mean, I'm excited for that. And let's go ahead and do some quick Catgirl TA, just because PandaGIrl is similar, related, I guess, if you want to call it an anime section, related to one another. But they do their own thing. But the thing is about with PandaGIrl, we could go ahead and capitalize off the hype with Catgirl, just like we do with Shiba, with Kuma, right? But before I go ahead and do that, let me go ahead and run you through the stats right now of what PandaGIrl is looking like. Like I said, we're at 17,000 holders. I believe the goal was 20,000. I think that's going to happen very soon, and we should be seeing a massive pump on PandaGIrl, right, guys? So stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead and run into Catgirl. We have over 200,000 holders, which is insane. Catgirl's been pretty much doing its own thing. It's just consolidating. We did break support that I thought was pretty strong, and like I said, this is the reason why you can't always rely on technical analysis, because things do switch and they do whatever they want sometimes. And for example, this is one of the cases. We did have really good support right here, and it did break, but we did hit another well support around right here in this area, down right here. I don't think it would drop any lower. I think this should be like a really good strong support to go ahead and jump in. Really good buying opportunity, I would say. Make sure to buy the dips, hold. And I know right now it's a very scary time in a scary market. Do not get do not let this market get to you, all right? Because it is a pretty the crypto market is one of those markets that switches over time, and then the doubt starts kicking in, and then you start second guessing yourself and start questioning yourself whether the thing you're investing in, the project you're in, if it was a right move or what's going on. And just keep this in mind. This is what the big whales, institutions, and big money is hoping on. They're hoping that you lose hope, you get discouraged, and you sell your bags for a loss, and they make money off of you. So just keep that in mind, all right? They're watching everything we're doing, and they clearly know what they're doing. They've studied these markets through psychology for a very long time. They know human behavior and human emotion, so they're gonna go ahead and hold off to pumping a lot of projects until they think it's time for the market to go up, and they're going to go ahead and wipe out a lot of people that are paper hands easily, because that is something that they do. But right now, what it is looking like, it is looking, pretty. It's not really doing much. It's just consolidating. I would say this pattern reminds me very similar to AMC. When I was trading AMC, I remember AMC had a very similar pattern. It was at $9 around like an area right here, and it looks like a little squeeze going on right here. And exactly what happened was, after the $9, once these two together touched, then that's when it started going up. So I could say that could be a little bit of good news, but we definitely do want to go ahead and see an upside to this, to go ahead and get a continuation to the upside. Right now would be a good buying opportunity, but like I said, not financial advice. And like I said right here, you could easily see that we dropped pretty high. Well, we did a massive little dump. But I think Panda or Catgirl has still a lot of opportunity to go ahead and do some massive pumps. Like I said, this is a very similar pattern that I saw on AMC back before it did the squeeze. I know it was a little different, but I do think something similar to that pattern is going to happen. And like I said, nothing's guaranteed in this market. This is a scary market. It's like we're almost going with our eyes closed, but with technical analysis, it gives us a little bit of more of an advantage to your average person that has no idea what any of this is, and we could go ahead and capitalize off of that, right, guys? So just make sure none of this that I'm saying is guaranteed, but it is a possibility. And I do think we are looking good on Catgirl so far. No major news besides the fact that, you know, um, they listed on that Comic Con. And another thing they did mention yesterday is Catgirl project's growth has been entirely organic. Real results come with each project milestone, with farming and Nico Fuse on the way. So it seems like their farming is going to be coming in very soon, and as well once their marketplace comes in and their farming, I think we should definitely see a pump as well with the mystery box season 2. I believe we should be entering really cool NFTs. I think we should definitely go ahead and see a little pump. Sorry, but yeah, it's right now. Catgirl is just pretty much doing its own thing, not doing much of action. But I just want to go ahead and appreciate everybody for your support. I really appreciate the fact that you guys been helping us through our channel. You guys been subscribing to us, hitting that like button. Make sure to comment. We do like to go ahead and reply back and communicate. Our biggest goal right now with Lux is to go ahead and build a community, to go ahead and make sure that we work together as a team, right? Because that's the way you could go ahead and obtain success and be more successful, is by working together as a team and as a community, all right? Remember, guys, what happened with AMC and GameStop. The reason why it did those massive pumps was because there was a community behind it. Unfortunately, the hedge funds did come in and ruin that and pretty much, put an end to it. But that just comes to tell you that if we come united as a team, anything is possible. All right, guys. But I do want to go ahead and say, before I go ahead and end this video, I appreciate everything. Go ahead and make sure you follow all the social medias down below, and as well, go ahead and check out the NFT with Desean Jackson that we are partnered with at the end of the video. All right, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys till later.